So Blue Lock 295 just dropped, and I don't even want to waste any time. Number 1. We're getting that flashback of Nagi when we first met him. He does that weird ass trap with his phone because he's playing PUBG and doesn't want to die. And he's recalling the moment that like Rayo found him. And he's talking about the fire and frustration, the sorries and thank yous, how he overcame all those to beat Isagi. But now he kind of needs to change because after beating Isagi with the 5 fucking revolver or whatever the fuck think you do, he's kind of been playing like shit. So he wants to find something that makes him actually feel motivated to dream about being the world's best player. Otherwise, as he says here, it's over for the two of them. So now they're playing against FC Barca, Barca? I don't know what the fuck it is. And this is Batra's team, who have had a total of about 3 seconds of screen times, so I'm actually kind of glad we get to see them. And then now we get Rayo's perspective, where he's talking about they don't really need to score goals right now, they just need to prove that they're useful to the team. And it seems like Atoya and Batra pick up on this as they low-key just call them pussies. But then Nagi tells them, like, hey, we're gonna get a goal if we can get one. But it looks like right now their best play is making sure Chigiri gets the goal, as Rayo hits Chigiri with a sick assist. And then our queen kicks the shit out of that ball and gets it in the net. And you know, I do like this visual. It makes sense. It's a 44 Panther snipe, but I can't help but feel like is this not just like a bootleg knockup of Baro's goal? Like the little aura he had with the fucking lion? Like, come on. It was like the lion demon. Like, that was way cooler. This is way cooler than this. And you know, the fucked up thing is that, like, the Panther actually came first. The Panther really did come first in Munchen City versus, fucking Bastard Munchen. But this is just way cooler. So, Chigiri, you might be OG, but that doesn't mean you did it better. I'm sorry, bro. But yeah, Rayo's happy. They got their first assist. And next they want to get Nagi goal. And then, okay, back to Bastard Munchen. We have one with the sick back shot of Gagamaru. And then we get Ego on the screen, who's congratulating them for winning all of their games. And he says it's time to now announce the final salary auction. And he mentions it's going to be streamed to all teams in all arenas. I wonder if it's going to be streamed to Nagi and Rayo, even though they're playing right now. I doubt it. And Isagi's hyped up. He knows it's the final ranking. He wants to close that gap between him and Rin. He has given everything. He talks about how their gap was about 50 million yen before this match. And if he's not number 1 now, then everything he's done up to this point is completely meaningless. Ego reiterates from the beginning of this arc that these 23 players at the top are going to be the players that have been selected to have a place on the Japanese U20 team for the World Cup. So this is really important. And of course, he starts with number 1, and Isagi, completely anticipating, waiting, he sees with the bid of 240 million yen, Rin. And Isagi is absolutely devastated. We get an inverted color shot of him looking absolutely crushed, and he's gritting his teeth, and he's telling himself, he's asking, has he still not reached Rin? And Isagi, looking a mighty fine 3'2" in this panel, looking down, Rin tells him to look up and ask him, what the hell are you looking at, you fucking retard? And it seems like the world wants us to be rivals. And you know, this is crazy to me for so many reasons. Like, 240 million is a lot of fucking money. Like, whoa, wait, now actually let me do some real Googling real quick. 240 million yen to USD. That is $1,624,000. That, for a yearly salary, that is actually fucking wild. I think in the sports world, that is the equivalent to like 2 cheeseburgers from McDonald's, but you know, we'll take it right now. And then secondly, who is saying this? This is not Isagi. No, this is Rin. This is Rin saying this because like Isagi is too busy like being shocked. He looks like he just took like a dick up in his ass, and it doesn't feel like Batra's. He's definitely too shocked to be speaking right now. This is Rin saying that's fire, which is a step up from tepid and lukewarm. So you know, is this a new thing that Rin's saying? I don't know. I just thought it was a really neat detail to have Rin basically say an escalation of his catchphrase. I think that's really nice. But the last reason that this is really cool is that if you look closely at this panel right here, you'll see that the people offering these offers for Rin, it's Real, which is Sai's team, his brother's team. So potentially, if we shift into seeing the players all play at their selected clubs, that means we're gonna be seeing Rin and Sai play together. And you know, I think they like low-key still hate each other, or no, they don't hate each other, but like, you know, the beef is there. It is there. So that's gonna be awkward as hell. And you know, Sai was talking this whole time to Rin about this. Oh yeah, there's some players so much better than me. He got like humbled to shit in Real while playing there. So I'm thinking like, hey, maybe he got his booty tickled in the locker room and he wanted to protect Rin from that, which is why he wanted him to be the best striker instead. But now they're both gonna be playing on the same team. So now they might both be in the locker room getting their booties tickled by Ronaldo. So I don't know if that's gonna be a thing that happens, and I'm kind of scared for Rin because, you know, like, I'm not gonna hold you, he low-key has no cake, so there's not gonna be a whole lot to tickle. Then we have Isagi, which, okay, I'm kind of conflicted. We'll get back more to this after I finish reviewing the chapter, but his team that offered him 240 million is none other than Bastard Munchen, his current team right now. I definitely have thoughts about that. But Isagi is not even looking at the team. He's looking at that fat, juicy number, 240 million. They tied for first. The Blue Lock TV commentators, they can't even believe it. And they're comparing him to Rin, which, you know, low-key, put some respect on my boy's name. Like, he has earned, did you see the shit he was doing that game? That motherfucker was shape-shifting on the motherfucking field. Like, who else is doing it like this, bruh? But then we have Igaguri, where, bro, are those... bro. Okay, I already went over this in my last video. You're dead, bro. You're dead. Asagi's all smiles. He's talking about, I made it in first place. I'm in first. And he knows it's not like a total victory, but he sold his soul. He put everything on the line. And this is what he got. He got that #1 spot. And yes! He is hyped. He is unbelievably stoked. The pleasure of being #1, it is soaring throughout all of his blood vessels. This, like, oh my god, he has worked his ass off for this. And this panel just, like this, if this game had its final episode in the anime, it would definitely be ending with this reaction right here from Isagi as he celebrates being that #1. This is such a good chapter for so many reasons, and man. I love it wholeheartedly. Like, this doesn't even feel like a recap chapter like the last one. Like, this feels like an actual payoff that we've been waiting for such a long time. Yet it still manages to give it in a way that's so unexpected, yet satisfying and enticing to the plot. Because Rin being #1 with Isagi kind of makes sense. Like, we of course expected Isagi to be #1 here. Like, he has literally done so much shit way better than everyone else. He has put his, as he said, he's literally put his life on the line. But Rin is still putting work in too. Like, Rin's performance is nothing to sneeze at. And, you know, honestly, like, a #2 spot would have made sense, but I actually think it's a lot more entertaining that he's tied with Isagi, because it just goes to show that their rivalry isn't exactly over. If anything, it's just getting started now. And now, with Rin getting his booty tickled in Spain with his brother Sai, like, you know, maybe he's just gonna get better and better, and I can't wait to see what's gonna happen when Isagi and Rin face off next. Probably on the same team during the World Cup arc. I also have reservations about that too, though, because didn't Ego mention at the very beginning of this arc that the World Cup is 100 days away? And this Neo Egoist League, like, okay, someone correct me if I'm wrong here, because, you know, it's been a while since I've done like a full read through, so I might be forgetting something. But if I am correct, this whole arc has only lasted like a month. Tops 30 days. So that means we still have 60 days until the World Cup. So unless we have a time skip, which this series is not really known for doing, like, whatsoever, we have a lot of time before the World Cup. So my thinking is that all these players are going to go to their little leagues that they got their bids from, and we're going to see them all play in their leagues, which is going to be interesting how they split up the focus between Isagi and all the other players, because obviously Isagi's going to be the main focus, but we're not really going to see a lot from players that didn't get bids from Bastard, because the perspective switching would just be way too jarring. I don't know, I'm very curious on how the writer Kanishiro is going to handle that, but man, it really just goes to show how exciting just all the possibilities are, because damn, that is just crazy to think about. Like, we're gonna see all our beloved cast like in different countries playing for different clubs and shit. Like, that is just fucking mind-blowing. But yeah, honestly, like, this is probably one of my favorite chapters in a while. Outside of a match, like, this is just so satisfying for so many reasons. And I know a lot of people are pissed. I know there are Rin stands that are pissed that Isagi get #1. They think like, oh, Isagi's just plot favored because he's the main character. And there's a lot of Isagi fans mad that Rin got #1 because, oh, Rin is plot favored. I'm telling you right now, if you are a fan of Rin, if you are a real fan of Rin, you do not hate on Isagi. If you are a real fan of Isagi, you do not hate on Rin. You accept and understand that this is an outcome that makes sense for both of them. And this is a very good thing for the story. And I'm being so for real. If you cannot understand that, you are probably just a stan that is completely biased towards that character simply because you just want to see them steamroll all the competition 24/7. And that's just not an interesting story. I'm sorry. But you could try deluding yourself saying that, oh no, it would have been better if this happened or that happened, but at the end of the day, it's still just delusion. I'm really glad that Kaneshiro went this route, and I'm super excited to see where things go from here. And once again, let me know in the comments what you thought of the chapter. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.